Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and I am gonna do my makeup. It's not a tutorial. I did makeup when I worked at a couple different salons and I worked for L'Oreal for a little bit. So I know what I'm doing, but this is not by any means a tutorial. I just need to catch y'all up to what's going on in my life, and I figured why not do it get ready with me because it's 7 a.m. and I'm about to get ready for the day. I'm gonna film a couple of videos today because I'm in a good mental energy space. So yeah, let's get started. I already moisturized and I just put on chapstick. I'm also eating blackberries and I am watching Keisha Kaylee. She's my new obsession since I moved to Atlanta. I wanted to find some southern beauty people because I just, I got my ones that I ride hard for, that I watch all their videos and I like all their content, but I needed to find some fresh new people in my area since I'm new to Atlanta so I can get a feel for the vibe out here. I think our men are the same height, but she's 4'11", so like he really looked like a giant with her. But I'm watching old videos. I went all the way back to a year and a half or 2 years ago because I just wanted to, I don't know, get to know her because I watched some newer videos and I really think she got dope energy. So, but anyway, so I'm getting ready to do, I gotta do an intro and an outro video for my hair because I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a lot lighter. I'm about a level 7 right now. And if you know anything about hair, the higher the number, the lighter your hair. I started out at a level 4, 3, 4. So I had dyed my hair black in January. So I wanted something different. I normally change my hair a lot, but now that I'm pregnant, I can't really be changing it that often outside of braids and stuff. So I wanted to do something where I could get back my gold braids because I miss them. My favorite braids are gold braids. They just, to me, they look better. They look better on me than the black or the brown or the dark braids. I think gold braids just look good. Mo better. Even brown looks better, like light brown than dark brown on me. But just needed to make a change, so I changed my hair. But yeah, so I know y'all noticed we took a little bit of a hiatus. We were gone for a month and a half, I think, is what we calculated. And we just had a lot going on. We'll probably, no, not probably, we'll definitely do a video where we talk about, it sucks. I worked so hard to find good lighting and it's just not there. I guess I wasn't really, I guess I just wasn't really, the lighting over here just isn't that great. Oh, let me turn on the light. Duh. And I should move that. See, I should have figured this out before I started filming. This is my banana bread and my blackberries. My mom has been sending me banana bread, thank God. It's so good. Okay, there we go. What was I talking about? Oh, so it's still terrible. Whatever. So I'm gonna talk about pregnancy stuff, and then me and Devontae gonna do a video together and just address the stuff that's been going on with us as far as why we haven't been filming and all of that. But I'm gonna talk about why I haven't been filming, even the pregnancy stuff. So when we announced that we were pregnant, we were ignorant because, we both haven't had children. So we don't know. And even though we have people in our lives that have kids, this has been just a huge learning experience for us. Ooh, these big ones like that. I finally found a doctor that was close to us and that accepted my insurance. And we made an appointment. We took all our tests. We figured out, you know, that our blood's good. We don't have sickle cell. Anemia is not in our genetic DNA. We're clear for cystic fibrosis. We did all the testing that we could do. My thyroid's good. My iron's good. All that. I have bacterial vaginosis, which I guess is like really common for women when they're pregnant. So I had a little bit of an infection, and they gave me a bunch of medicine. I was on medicine for like a week. So I had an infection. When I found out I had an infection, they put you on antibiotics. Now, I don't know what you know, but I know what I know. Anyways, is that you don't take medicine. Like, that's something that you ain't supposed to do. You don't take no medicine when you're pregnant. You don't do Tylenol, ibuprofen, nothing. Definitely don't try to self-medicate. You just not, but anyways, you just don't be doing medicine. That's just not smart. So I, again, probably caused myself more stress than I needed to, was hella worried about the fact that she was giving me an antibiotic. But she kept it real with me. She said, you know, sometimes you gotta take these, like, this happens, and you gotta trust your doctor, right? Because, I mean, not every doctor, we don't get into that, but for the most part, if you pick this doctor, you gotta vibe with them, you gotta trust they ain't leading you astray, they ain't lying to you, and that they want the best for you and your baby, and they're committed to giving you full term, because that's how they make their money. You know, they gotta help you with the birth, all of that. So I put my trust in her, and I felt like she knew what she was doing. I still did my research just to make sure the medication she prescribed me, the medication that she prescribed me was good for myself and the baby. We're hoping for twins, so we gonna be saying babies until we know for sure. But yeah, because of that, I did my research, because I'm still gonna look out for me, because even though I picked her and I trust her, that ain't my mama, and she don't want as good for me as I want for me, and she don't want as good for my babies as I want for my babies. So I still did my research to make sure that the medicine was safe, and it was. Because like I said I'm an overthinker, and I just need, for me, knowledge is power. The more I know, the calmer I can be. That's just how I've always been in my life. So I took care of my mental, and I did my research, and I was happy with what I came across. So I felt like I could trust her, and I took the medication. Now, I was on the medication for a whole damn day, and I was good. Day 2, I was making dinner, and then all of a sudden I had to go to the bathroom. It was like, I don't even know how to explain it to y'all. It was the weirdest feeling. I ain't never had to go to the bathroom like that before. I was standing there, and then all of a sudden I felt a gush, like a heavy gush, and I was like, ooh, I gotta pee. And so I just want to say, a week before, I had implantation bleeding, which is totally normal. It only lasts for like an hour or 2 hours. It was fine. It freaked me out. I called Devontae freaking out because I got a clot and I didn't know what that meant. And that's pretty common too. So I feel kind of dumb about that. But anyways, like I said, first time. And I was worried. So anyways, I felt this gush. So I went to the bathroom. And, ooh, child, it was scary. Like, it was just this huge blood clot and some like spotting blood, like little spots of clots, and just blood. And this was not implantation bleeding, and this is not the same as like my pap smear bleeding, because after they do your initial pap smear, you get a little bit of bleeding because they scratch your cervix, so like with a little brush or whatever. And so like, yeah, I was tripping. I was like instantly crying, like by myself in the bathroom, freaking out. I had already had pads from the implantation bleeding, so I got up, I got some pads, I put them on, and then I told Devontae I was bleeding and I was worried about it. And so he was like, all right, well, they said you could bleed, like, calm down, whatever. So we relaxed. But then when I woke up the next morning, he didn't go to work because he was worried, because it was just such a scary situation, like, because the bleeding didn't stop. It got worse. So we went to the hospital. When we got up, I was in the hospital for damn near 9 hours. And it was really just a lot of waiting, which is stupid because they ask if you're pregnant, and they, you know, they make you feel like it's all real intense. And this was a lot of blood. It wasn't a little bit of blood. I was bleeding consistently while we were waiting. And I just was like tripping. I was like, these people don't care. I was outwardly calm because that's my demeanor. No matter how much I'm freaking out, mind you, I haven't had my babies yet, so I don't know how I'm gonna be when they come. But my whole life, I've just been chill. And so even though I was tripping and I was overthinking and I was freaking out, I was outwardly calm. Devontae, on the other hand, was not. He was tripping outwardly. He was like mentally just stressed. You know, men in these situations, I have learned, lack control because it's not their bodies. They have no power, right? Like, there ain't nothing he can do but sit there. Really, that's all he could really do, and be supportive for me. But I don't really talk, so which I'm working on. But I wasn't really being communicative about what was going on because I didn't know how to, you know, it's my first time. I didn't know what to think. We were both just in these like silent places with each other, but he was outwardly with everybody else, kind of like barking at people like he's stressed. So after forever, they pull me back and make him wait, which I don't know if that's because we're not married or what, but I really wish that he would have been able to come into that room with me because I really needed him emotionally, because the ultrasound tech wasn't saying nothing to me, and that was freaking me out. She was being silent. She was talking about stuff that I don't even mean to be rude, but like I didn't give a fuck about what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not trying to hear nothing she was saying. I just wanted to know if my babies were okay. I was not trying to talk to her about nothing. I was just trying to find out if my babies were okay. What is going on with my uterus? Why am I bleeding? What is going on? But I guess legally they can't say shit to you. It's like literally against the law for them to tell you anything, which is understandable because I had a really bad experience with the ultrasound at a clinic, and I found out from my doctor that them people ain't even supposed to say nothing to you about your ultrasound. They're supposed to just give you a measurement, refer you to a specialist, and send you on your way. They ain't supposed to talk about nothing. They ain't supposed to suggest nothing. They ain't supposed to talk about not a damn thing. And that lady told me I was having a miscarriage because she couldn't find a heartbeat at 5 weeks. Well, guess what? That's too damn early. And I did my research and I read and I swore I knew that. And this is what I mean by don't trust doctors or just trust anybody, because she wasn't even a doctor. She was an ultrasound tech. She shouldn't even told me that shit. But she did, and she freaked me out. So I went to my doctor. I was freaked out, but my doctor was like, you're fine. It's too early. Don't trip. And then she put me on these antibiotics. And then I started bleeding. So then I was tripping. I'm at the hospital, and they're doing an ultrasound. Lady ain't talking to me about nothing. She's just trying to keep me calm, which wasn't really keeping me calm. But anyways, I was in that ultrasound room for like 40 minutes. And she was just taking pictures and talking. And that was kind of freaking me out because I was like, she's just trying to keep my mind off it because I'm going through something. I ain't trying to really talk about, like, I ain't even trying to visit that energy, but that's where I was at. She was like, okay, go back to the bathroom, whatever. And man, when I went to the bathroom, there was even more blood because they did a transvaginal ultrasound. So it's like when they put the probe in you, and she was like, I gotta check everything. So she didn't just go up like they do when they're looking at the baby. She went up and then she went over all the way to my left ovary, moving it around, over to my right ovary, moving it around. I mean, when I say it was painful, that's an understatement. It hurt so bad because I was already in pain and I was already bleeding. So this just made it worse. So after I got up, after that, the bleeding got worse because she was in there poking and prodding and moving stuff around. So of course it's gonna bleed more. Whatever was going on was gonna get worse. So that's what happened. Then they wheel me back into the waiting room, and then we sit around for like 2 more hours. It wasn't even, it was probably like an hour. And that was stressful because I done already had the ultrasound, but now we just waiting. So then they finally put me back in a room, and I get to sit on a bed because I was sitting on a chair for the longest time, and that was stressing me out because it was painful. And so we go back to the room, and I'm trying to put basketball or something because the championship, like the NCAA championship was on, you know, and I'm trying to get Devontae's mind off of it, but he's calling his best friend, talking to his dad, like he's tripping. He can't get his mind. He don't even care about the game. And when I say that's when I knew, for real, because that man will watch basketball, like we'll get in a fight, and it'll be a real big one. He'll just watch basketball, like he don't even care. He don't be caring. He be putting his mind at ease. And so when I knew he couldn't even watch basketball, I knew it was really affecting him. So like that kind of hit me a little hard too, because I was like, man, I can't even do nothing. I know I can't get nothing to get my mind off of it because it's my body. I'm feeling everything. And like when you're going through something and you're pregnant, you get super in tune with your body. It's weird. Like I was every little thing. Gas. I was like, no, that's gas. Like I be knowing the weirdest shit about my body now. So I couldn't get him to calm down, and that started to like upset me because, you know, you just want, I think whenever you're going through something serious, you want your partner at least to be at ease. You want one of y'all needs to be calm, you know what I'm saying? Like in totality, like one of y'all needs to be the rock. And I don't think that's true anymore. I mean, I thought that for a long time, but now I don't believe that. Now I believe that you could equally just be as freaked out as each other and still be there for each other, because that's what we experienced. But anyway, we were tripping, and then after sitting in that room for like 30 minutes and getting asked a billion questions that I already answered a million times, finally, a nurse came in, a practitioner came in, and she started talking to us, and the whole time she's talking, I'm hearing her. Trust that I'm listening to every damn thing she's saying, but I'm just like on the edge, not literally, but like metaphorically. I was on the edge of my seat, like, could you please just tell me how my babies are doing, you know? So she says that I have a subchorionic hematoma, which happens to about 25% of women, and that it hemorrhaged. And that's why I was bleeding. That the amount of bleeding that I was experiencing was mild, that it could get worse, how to monitor the bleeding before I came back in and said it was more serious than it is, and just, you know. So anyways, she told me about it, she educated me, and the whole time she's talking about it, I'm listening because this is happening to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm bleeding and it's freaking me out, but at the same time, I'm like, is my baby's okay? You know what I'm saying? And she came back and she said, you're measuring 6 weeks, everything looks good, your babies are okay. She gave me my paperwork, all my blood results came back cool. I found out I was AB positive, which is good because that means that my blood and baby's blood, no matter what blood type my baby comes out, I'll be okay. Because, like, I guess if you have a negative blood type, depending on what your baby's blood type is, it can attack your blood type. There's, like, I forgot the term, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that can happen. And there's, like, shots you got to get for that. So they just want to make sure I didn't need those shots, which I don't. I guess I never will, which is cool. But, yeah, she put our minds at ease. So then he called his best friend, his dad, told him everything was okay. And we just sat there and we waited for them to come back with my blood type and my release paperwork. We got that information, and then we headed out the hospital and went home. So then they told me to take it easy, whatever. So I was taking it easy. I don't think I was cooking. I think I just went to the bathroom because I had to go to the bathroom. And now I was cooking. And then I was cooking. And then I went to the bathroom. When I went to the bathroom, when I tell you this was so traumatic, I had the biggest blood clot come out of my body. It was thick, it was dark, and it scared the hell out of me. That blood clot was like my whole damn hand. It was like up into my whole hand. It was like a weird shape. It was scary. And I felt after that, throughout like a 2-hour period, I bled through, I think 2 or 3 pairs of shorts, because the pads I got weren't very big. They were like small pads, just regular small pads. So I think that part of that was the reason that I bled through. But another part was just how big these blood clots were. Now, mind you, they were dark blood. And like I said, she had educated me on what could happen, how heavy the bleeding could be, and how scary it could be. And so since I had actually listened to her, I had to make some decisions, which was very stressful for me and Devontae, because like I said before, we haven't gone through this before. So we were pretty scared. As time progressed, it didn't get worse, it got better. So he called the hospital to see, and they were like, of course, well, we can't tell you what you should or shouldn't do, even though they gave us a piece of paper and told us to call if we needed help making a decision. They didn't help us make no decision. I had to make all the decisions for me and the babies, which was scary because I'm a new mommy and I don't know. And all these problems with my body are brand new. And so I called my aunt, my great aunt, and talked to her because she's a surgical nurse and she knows some things. And whenever somebody's going through something in the family, they always call her. So I call her. I call my grandma because she done had quite the amount of pregnancies. Between them, they done had a lot of damn kids. So I figure they're my best bet. So I call them and talk to them. They calm me down, talk to me, tell me that my body's changing. I'm older. I done had a lot of periods in my life. And that my body's probably just adjusting to being pregnant. I already know I have a hematoma. They know that, you know, it had already hemorrhaged and this is probably just the bulk of the blood. They also reminded me that I had a transvaginal ultrasound, and that even though those are something that they do in pregnancy, when you have a hematoma, like I did, and it was already hemorrhaging, that transvaginal ultrasound could have caused trauma to the hematoma, which it could have caused me to bleed out more. Could have caused more contractions because I had that thing all up in me, moving stuff around, pushing and prodding. Even though it was very necessary to diagnose what was happening with me, it could have also caused it to just, you know, kind of flush out the old blood. My aunt reiterated that if it was dark, we good. And the blood was dark, so we was good. So I stayed home, and that night they kept telling me, even in my paperwork, moderate bed rest, don't be lifting nothing, don't be doing nothing, relax, chill, stop moving around. So that was on Thursday night, I guess. Well, that happened Thursday night. So I listened. I didn't do nothing. I laid around. I couldn't stay on the floor because we live in a basement, so there's bugs on the floor all the time. We always killing bugs. We always spraying for bugs. We always dealing with bugs. We in the basement. And both of us hate bugs. And he was like, you can't stay on the floor for very long. And I was like, I know. But I wanted to be on the floor because I needed my feet up. And I like firm surfaces for my back. It just helps my back feel good. So I just stayed on the floor for as long as I could. Then I saw a bug, hopped the fuck up, got on the couch. I put down layers of blankets so I would, you know, bleed through the couch because I was bleeding through pants at that point. I hadn't for a while, but it did happen and I didn't want it to happen on the couch. So anyways, I made it through the night, whatever. The bleeding got lighter, but it didn't stop. Kept bleeding for about a week, whatever. Then we made it to the doctor. By the time I made it to the doctor, the bleeding had stopped, so we were good. We were in the clear. She cleared us. My blood test results came back. We went over the wrists and all that. She reassured me that everything was okay. Now, she checked for a heartbeat also and couldn't find one. So when she did the Doppler on my stomach, because my insurance doesn't cover ultrasounds till week 14, so she'd been using a Doppler. And my first visit was way too early to hear anything, so we weren't worried about it. When I went to the hospital, she didn't have the sound on. So And then when she did turn the sound on, she didn't hear a heartbeat. But they told me at the hospital way too early. And then, and they were still trying to adjust, like, how far along was I, because it was all estimates. And then, when I went back to my doctor after the hospital, we talked about everything. She did the Doppler again. She was all stuffy. She couldn't hear nothing. She was like, you could hear my heartbeat because it's loud. You know what I'm saying? These two little heartbeats we could hear on either side of my stomach, like my ovaries or my uterus, I guess is what it is. Yeah, my uterus. So she went over to, like, you could hear me, and then she went low into, like, the pelvic area. She was on one side. And Devontae was like, because we've been trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? That's our goal, is to hear our babies. And so he heard something faint. So did I. I swear I did. And he was like, is that a heartbeat? And she didn't say nothing. She didn't even shake her head. No, she said nothing. So I don't even know if she heard him or if she was just trying to listen. She kind of stern. So I feel like she just didn't hear it, because she was kind of like, she just kept going. And then he didn't ask, but on the other side of my uterus, I swore I heard a heartbeat. I heard two really, really faint heartbeats. They were so fucking faint that I know she didn't hear it. So she said, no detectable heartbeat. And I ain't really feel no type of way about her saying that time, because I felt like I heard the heartbeats. And I felt okay about it. And what I learned from watching other mommy videos is that we gotta listen to our intuition. And Devontae wasn't tripping, so I knew he felt okay. So as soon as we got out the doctor's office, we talked about it, and we both felt the same way. We felt like we heard heartbeats, we was cool with it, we're good, we're gonna keep our positive energy, because like I said, the bleeding has stopped, and I felt really good. I still have my pregnancy symptoms, I still eating, my stomach's still growing. I'm measuring a little bit bigger than what my uterus was measuring, which is why one of the reasons why we believe we having twins, because I'm growing rapidly, and all of my symptoms are like exaggerated. So yeah, we just kept pressing on. We like, you know what, we good, we still pregnant, our babies we heard 2 heartbeats, so we cool, we good. And yeah, it's a week later, and I got an appointment, because I'm technically high risk because of my hematoma. So I have another appointment next week, and we're hoping to hear a heartbeat. But she said if we don't hear one, not to get too worked up, because we probably won't hear one until we have an ultrasound. Next week I'll be 11 weeks. She gonna check everything, do another Doppler, and then set another appointment, because 2 weeks from next week, I think will be 8 weeks from when I had my infection. So they gotta just check and make sure that I still don't have an infection. That'll also be when I'm 14 weeks. So then that'll be when I can get my ultrasound for sure. So we just pressing on, living life positively, speaking good things into existence, having good energy. I'm just really happy that we remained positive. Devontae really helps with that, because I be in my own head, and I be stressed out, thinking the worst. And that's why I believe he's a good partner for me, because he really helped me just stay calm and keep it together. And his family has been a really good support system. My mom's been really good. My grandma has been extraordinary, and just being there for me. They just really, you know what I'm saying, they really helped me keep it together, because I was tripping. I was like a whole different messed up psycho tripping version of myself. So having these people in my corner and supporting me really did wonders for my mental. I woke up and I gave a lot of thanks and gratitude, even though we struggling, y'all. We going through it. We got a lot going on in our lives. That's why we haven't been filming. We gonna talk about it. But we woke up to Devontae really needed some mental support this morning, so I woke up and we had a good conversation. And we just, man, the struggle of moving the way we move, it just really is hitting us. And our car is really going through it, and he just needed some support. So I woke up and I provided that, and I've been praying and I've been giving gratitude, and you know, I've really been blessed to get my optimism and my friend says that he used to tell me all the time, you silver lining, like you always got the right thing to say or the right way of thinking about things. And I lost that for a while, dealing with all these pregnancy issues. Like I wouldn't even say they were complications, they were just obstacles. I really was going through it, and I lost that in myself for a while because I had to be so much with so little knowledge that it just really put me through it. And I was losing myself in the pain. And I started practicing gratitude for what I did have and what I did know and what I had control over, and just what I gained, you know, like the family that I gained, the partner that I have, my babies, all of that. I just started really looking at what I have and what I got out of this and what I'm continuing to gain. And I just started to change my perspective. I asked for the help and I started to work on myself. And once I got there, again, I was able to be there this morning for Devontae. And I laid down in bed after we got off I was laying down the whole damn time, to be real, but when I got off the phone, I was laying there and I was like, you know what, Brittany? You need to pray. You haven't done it in a few days, and look at where you're at, and you help this man, he helps you, but you need to be thankful for gratitude. You need to give your gratitude again, because you haven't been doing it every day like you said you were going to. So you need to do it right now while it's on your mind. And then you need to get the hell up and you need to get back to it, because this ain't gonna do it for itself. And so I did that. I woke up. I actually woke up, still laying down though, but I woke up and I was like, you know what? Here's my gratitude. And I was thankful for everything, even the struggle, because you got to be thankful for the struggle, because the struggle brings you to it. You know what I'm saying? You get through it, and then you get to the next step, and you got to be grateful for everything. Every step of the way molds you. So I gave my thanks. And then I put my prayers out there over my babies and my man and my friends and my family, because everybody needs some prayer. And, you know, Nipsey died recently, and that shit just really hit all of us. It hit so many people, and he meant so much to all of us. And I've been following Nipsey for a long time, and his music helped me. Him and Big Sean and J. Cole, they done helped me through a lot of stuff, and I just couldn't even believe it. And that felt like a family member loss, and I just had to pray for his family, and just, I had a lot of prayers to catch up on this morning. And once I got done, I was like, you are gonna get up, you're gonna get ready, because you never get ready, because you at home all the time, and you just did your hair, and you did that to feel good, so continue that. So I got up and I started filming, keeping my promises to myself. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's what's going on. I'm gonna end this video because it's an hour. We're gonna have to cut this down. I don't know where he's gonna cut it out. Probably half the stuff I just said, because we're gonna say it in another video. We're thankful. We're thankful for the struggle. We're thankful to be persevering out of this space. Thankful to have each other to get through it, and just super thankful, just super aware. Babe is meditating again, which I gotta get into. I'm not really good at meditating. I'm good at being grateful, and I'm good at staying optimistic, and I'm good at communicating. I'm getting better at it anyways, but I'm not that good at meditating, so that's something that I'm gonna work on, because I know it's good for the babies, and whatever's good for them is good for me, and whatever's good for me is good for them, because we are one. So I'm gonna work on meditating, but he's in a good headspace. I'm in a good headspace. We in a good place mentally together now. We were struggling for a minute. It's just too much stress, and we weren't filtering it properly. So, look at timing. So now that we're in a good space and we're able to conduct ourselves in a more positive way and be more mindful of each other's needs, and just really, communication is key, y'all. I know people say that, but it's so true. Like, you gotta talk and you gotta listen. Communicate, a lot of it is listening too and being open. It's not just talking. You could talk to your fucking headphones. What was I saying? Oh yeah, communication's got layers. You can't just be like, oh, I say blah, blah, blah. You gotta hear it too. You gotta listen. You gotta be open. You gotta be willing to grow and hear stuff you don't want to hear. So we're better. We're in a good place, and we lucky. And we ain't just lucky, we worked for it, you know what I'm saying? We worked our butts off to get here, so we blessed. But you ask for things, you also gotta work for them. You can't just ask for blessings, you gotta work for them. We in a good place, and I'm blessed, and I'm happy about it, and I'm glad he's feeling good about it, and we gonna be more on top of our videos, because of that, we weren't trying to deliver no weird energy. We like to be authentic. But like I said, there was a lot of information we didn't have and a lot of stuff we didn't know. And we wanted to come back strong, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to come back with facts and just answers. We didn't want to come back with a whole bunch of indecision and cause more stress on ourselves than we already had, because that wasn't gonna do nothing for us or y'all or anything. And I believe you get what you give, so I needed to put my all into our relationship, and so did he. We really needed to find ourselves and center and make sure that we wanted the same things that we thought we wanted, and that we were in a good headspace, and we are now. So we're gonna come back with content for y'all. I'm gonna work on some stuff today. And when he gets home from work, we gonna film some stuff together. And yeah, we gonna get back to it. You know what I'm saying? We got blessings on blessings coming towards us, and we're really passionate about YouTube and vlogging our experience and just putting ourselves out there and being excited and happy about the future. And that ain't gonna stop. So, that only stops if we stop, and we ain't stopping. So I do want to thank y'all for taking the time to pay attention to me. I appreciate it. And for continuing to be a support system for us, because a lot of y'all who follow us are family. We still growing our page. We still growing our supporters. You know what I'm saying? We not where we want to be by any means, but right now everybody that watches and supports is family, and y'all ain't done nothing but help us and uplift us and support us. So we are more than I can even express how thankful we are for y'all, because y'all are everything. And to people who don't know us that are subscribed to us, because there's some of y'all at this level in the game, we appreciate y'all too, because y'all are family to us too, because we sharing our lives with y'all. And we want to do so much with this platform. We want to talk about so many different things outside of just ourselves, and we're still figuring out how to navigate that. Like I said, we had to get our lives right first. So now that we good, we can focus on those things. So thank you so much for spending time with me, probably an hour of your time with me. I really appreciate it. And now you know how I get ready and why it takes so damn long, especially when I'm talking. Because when I'm talking, you don't know how long I'm going to be over here. But yeah, I hope y'all like my hair. It's like a very golden blonde. I like to be gold, like 24 karat gold, like Foxy Cleopatra. I just like gold. Gold's my favorite color. It's not really, but it is. You know what I'm saying? I love a lot of color. I'm an artist, so I like color. My favorite color is yellow, which is a variation of gold. So yeah, I just love gold. And I love when my hair is gold. I be feeling like the golden child, you know what I'm saying? I'm the only child. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. What is that? Please like and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to us. Help us grow as a couple, as people. Because like I said, we got a lot in store. We want to talk about a lot of different things, not just ourselves. So help us get there. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share. Because we be sharing everything, so share us. And I'm gonna come to y'all with some videos about the pregnancy, because I think that's gonna be the next video I record right now, is about the pregnancy. I took some notes, so I'm gonna get out my notebook and I'm gonna talk to y'all about what I went through and like how it helped me and all of that. So keep an eye out for that video. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.